Today we're starting Module 3, Rational Numbers, and we're doing Lesson 1, Positive and Negative Numbers. So the first example on your lesson packet is to complete the diagrams, count by ones, to label the number line. So they give us one number, they give us 0 in the middle. So I know if I go up one space from 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, okay? But now we're going to start talking about negative numbers, okay? These are all positive. Now, if you go down one space from 0, you are down 1 or negative 1. If you go down 2 spaces from 0, you're down 2, down 3, down 4, down 5. These are negative numbers, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. Graph the following points on your horizontal number line. I just want to talk about that word for a minute. I had a really good art teacher, and she told me that there's a Z in horizontal, and Z's are side to side, so that's how you know it's a horizontal line. Also, the sun rises over the horizon, and that's a flat line too. So they want us to plot these 3 integers on our number line. Negative 3, 0, and 4. Okay, so now your Educanon questions will pop up. There will be 2 for you to complete. The first one, I would like you to tell me what A is, what B is, and what C is as positive and negative numbers. This next one, I'd also like you to tell me what A, B, and C are as negative numbers. Okay, now this isn't a horizontal number line anymore, okay? This is actually a vertical number line, and that same teacher I had told me to remember vertical is up and down because these are up and down. So I'm going to start at the same place I did on our horizontal number line. Now I'm going to start at 0. Okay, and this one's a little different. Up 1 from 0, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, positive 6. Okay, now when you go down from 0, you're down 1 space, negative 1, down 2 spaces, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. Now we're going to plot these integers. Negative 1 is going to be right here. 6 is all the way here. And negative 5 is right here. Okay, now I'm going to have you try to on your own. Okay, please tell me what A, B, and C are on this vertical number line. Again, another practice problem. Please tell me what A, B, and C are on this vertical number line. Okay, and now the word problem, okay? The picture below shows 3 different people participating in activities at 3 different elevations, okay? So you have your hiker. I'm hiking from above sea level. He's positive. He's up higher than the sea level. I'm sailing, so I'm at sea level. This neutral space that's not positive or negative is 0. 0 is not positive, 0 is not negative. And you have your scuba diver right here. He is scuba diving, and he's below sea level, so he's in the negative area, just to give you guys some connections. Okay, use the following information to answer exercises 1 and 2. Okay, we are going to read these 3 examples, and we're going to write an integer to represent each situation. I'm actually going to let you try these on Educanon on your own. The diver is 30 feet below sea level. The sailor is at sea level, and the hiker is 2 miles above sea level. See if you can give these an integer, which is just a fancy word for a positive or negative number. Okay, I'd like you to try these with Educanon as well. Write an integer to describe the following 2 situations. A, 200 feet below Earth's surface? B, 75 feet above sea level? Okay, I'm going to do this with you because this is it's kind of like what we've been doing with the previous examples, but I just want to make sure you're making sense of this. Use an appropriate scale. You should be using scales in science too to graph each of the following situations on the number line below. Also, write an integer to represent both situations. Remember, that fancy word is just positive or negative numbers. Okay? A hiker is 15 feet above sea level. Okay? That's going to be positive 15. You can also write it without the positive sign. You can also just write 15. A diver is 20 feet below sea level. Since he's below, that is going to be negative 20. When we come over to our number line, if I counted by ones, this would be positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, down 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. I wouldn't be able to plot these on there, so I have to think of a different scale. I'm actually going to count by fives since these end in a 5 and a 0. So this is positive 5, positive 10, positive 15, positive 20. We're just skip counting here. Negative 5, negative 10, negative 15, and negative 20. Okay, so your hiker is going to be at positive 15, and your diver is going to be at negative 20. Okay, really important to pick appropriate scales. I would like to challenge you and your partner to write each word under the appropriate column, positive number or negative number. Okay, you'll have a reflective pause in this video and then press play and see if where you put the words was right, okay, when you compare them to mine, okay? Gain is positive. When you gain something, it's usually good. Okay, you're earning something. Okay, so that's usually a positive number. Loss is a negative number if you're losing something. This one's kind of tricky because I bet a lot of you don't have your own bank accounts, but when you deposit money into your account, you are adding money to it. And when you're adding something to what you have, that's positive. Okay, so a deposit is positive. If somebody credits your account with something or they add money to your account, they give you credit. Or like if you're doing extra credit, you actually are gaining more. Okay, that's a positive number. This one's another one that can be really tricky. Your debit card is associated with your bank. It's kind of like writing a check. Okay, so when you take a debit from your account, you're actually taking money out of it. So that's a negative number. It's a loss. Okay, when your account is charged, they are taking money away from you. They are charging you. That's negative. Below 0, we've done a couple of those today. That is negative. When you withdraw something from your account, you're taking it out. Okay, so that's negative. When you owe somebody money, you're in the negative, unfortunately. And when you receive something or you gain something, that is positive. Okay? So hopefully you can switch your words if you had them in the wrong spot. And I am going to read each one of these, and an Educanon question is going to be popping up. You're going to write an integer to represent each of the following situations, okay? We're going to do a reflective pause for each one of these, okay? A company loses $345,000 in 2011. You earned $25 for dog sitting. Jacob owes his dad $5. The temperature at the sun's surface is about 5,600 degrees Celsius. The temperature outside is 4 degrees below 0. A football player lost 10 yards when he was tackled. The last thing we're going to do today is I would like you and your partner to describe a situation that can be modeled by the integer negative 15. Explain what 0 represents in the situation. Share it with your partner. Okay, now I'm going to go through the rest of this video, and there are just some review questions for you to practice. Good luck. 12 out of 48 chocolate bars are Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate. What % of the chocolate bars are not Special Dark? If there are 4 quarts in a gallon, how many quarts are in 12.25 gallons? Hint, be sure to set up equivalent fractions. For every 1 1/4 cup of sugar used in a recipe, there are 2 cups of flour. If there is only 1 cup of flour used in the recipe, how much sugar would be needed? Hint, please still set up equivalent fractions. It's okay that there are fractions in your equal fraction. Every 40 minutes at Coda, a bell rings. Every 56 minutes at Acadia, a bell rings. How many minutes will pass before both bells ring at the same time? For 3.5 pounds of candy, Melissa spent $8.96. How much does 5 pounds of candy cost? Hint, please set up equivalent fractions. It's okay that there are decimals in them. 56% is 42 of what number? Great job on your video today.